Hello everyone and welcome back. Now today I'm having a look at a really awesome, I say it's a car graveyard, but does it count if it's not abandoned? I've had a chat with the owner. He's happy for me to film all of these cars to show you guys, so I'm really excited to not have to be able to sneak around and show you them properly as they should be done in full. Let's take a look at the first thing here. It is not the most exciting car we're going to find, but it is a car that's here nonetheless, a Ford Transit. Pretty faded number plate there and very old looking mobile number, but that's not why we're here. There's a boat in the background, loads of wood as well, and there's a real mix of stuff here. He tells me that basically they're both hoarders, but I think his son is quite bad and has been hoarding a lot of stuff here, like granite worktops, for example, just what you need around your car graveyard collection. And what's over here? Now look at that. That, as we all know, is a Ford Capri. Very nice in black as well, and because it's got the bonnet bulge, that means it is the 2.8, unless of course they've just gone and put the 2.8 bonnet on it. Let's go and walk around here. As usual, it's summer, so I'm appropriately dressed for doing this. That's a nice truck. I think this guy is more of a truck man than a car man. So I'm not going to be able to tell you about trucks because that is not my area of knowledge at all. Oh, wait a minute. I've spotted something very nice in here. Look at these Recaros. Is it open? No, this one's not. Now, I know from other Fords, these Recaros are worth a lot of money. What's the mileage on it? Let's have a look. 47,000. We say 47 or 147. Yes, 2.8 injection. What a lovely car. Shame it's been left to rot like that though, isn't it? Looks like he's got some panels in the back there. Maybe to save it again one day. But excuse me, by the way, it's hay fever season. But he tells me that he's not going to save them all and he's getting too old now. So I'm not sure what's going to happen in the future, but I will be giving him my number and one day I will be buying one of these cars. I know which car it is. I'm going to show you that in a minute. But let's go and take a look down here now. Around the corner at some of the other stuff. Oh, now look at this mini van. Now that's been crashed, hasn't it? But that is so rotten. It's on pallets, and the pallets are the only thing holding this car together, I think. Probably bought as a parts car, I'd imagine, because it's not really. It's much more rotten than everything else. So, but maybe that's just because it's an English car, so it's fallen to bits. That's lovely though. That's a real shame that's not alive. Love those cars. I like as well that it still retains some of its chrome trim around the rear wheel, look. And look, the exhaust has just snapped off itself. Tiny little tyres as well. Look, not much. The sensors aren't much bigger than a hand. Lovely car. Right, okay, so let's have a look over here. There's a Citroen, a Range Rover. We've got this truck, but given the colour of it and the condition of it, that's for a V-Res as well. That's obviously been restored, hasn't it? That's really nice. It's definitely one of the nicest transits I've seen. That must still be in use. So we've got this Citroen C15. And of course, being a Citroen lover, that hurts me to see that there. But, you know, it's not a proper Citroen really, is it? No, it's a C15. There are loads of them. They were never the coolest thing on the road. It's a T-Reg as well. Not very old, but that's a surprising one. Well, yeah, it's not surprising, is it? Because it's a Range Rover, so it's obviously going to have had some catastrophic mechanical failure. I haven't asked him why that's here, but is it open? Yes. I love doing trips to cars like these, because it really does make you have some idea of what you'd like to buy for your next car, doesn't it? Yeah, this car doesn't seem so rotten and destroyed like the other ones. I will admit I do quite like these, but if I was to own one, I'd constantly be chasing my tail with repair bills. Range Rovers are the most unreliable cars on the road, and that is backed up by evidence before anyone says otherwise. But to be fair, I think everyone probably would agree they are not reliable in any way. I still quite like that, actually. I might put an offer in. I'm a sucker for punishment. Suzuki fan, not too much. Okay, so the guy who's bought this is over there. And what have we got here? Lovely Defender in many different colours. Driver carries no cash, he's married. As tacky car signs go, that's probably a favourite. So this is a Panther, which is not a kit car, it's its own car, but it has a Vauxhall running gear, so it's a bit of a mismatch of things. An unusual British sort of car you don't see very many of. And then next to us is a Fiat 500L, which means, it doesn't mean large, I'm just making bits up. This was bought as a car that was too far gone anyway, so it doesn't really make a difference. This car has been dead for a long time, but one thing I will say about it is, oh, I feel like the door's going to come off. It's got a very clean interior, especially for an interior that's just straight out in the elements. But next to it, have a look at this. This gorgeous Lotus Esprit. Now, this is a car that belongs to his son, but he bought it, thought the clutch had gone. Someone did some it was a friend of the son. Someone did some engine work on it, but did a piston wrong, put the wrong kind of piston in it, which didn't help. And then he thought the clutch had gone, so there's a cable running up there, because he was trying to demonstrate to him that that wasn't the case. That it was the master cylinder, not the slave cylinder, or the other way around. But anyway, it's been out here for a long time now, and unfortunately it's all cracked. It never used to be like this. Oh, and by the way, that Range Rover gets MOT'd every year, and it does work. He just never touches it. But that is not the way to treat one of these. Let's see if that's open. No, she's shut. What a machine to sit in, though. Like, look at how much glass it has. Imagine that's boiling. And these are like flat panels as well. Now, I've made the mistake of in the past saying that cars have got flat panels when they haven't, but obviously it saves on cost, doesn't it, just to have flat glass everywhere. And I love the louvers on that. That's such an 80s thing. Oh, that's a real shame that's been left like that. I hope that gets saved before it's too far gone for this car. We need more weird stuff like this on the road, but Lotuses are horrifically expensive to repair, and this is having no favours done to it, just sitting here in the sun, is it? Bodywork though, doesn't seem too bad. You know, it's not dented or anything, and the text says 2002, so that gives you some idea of when it was obviously last on the road. Right, let's have a walk down here then. Now, we've got, I believe that's a Mazda Bongo, but that's not what my channel's about. A Vauxhall Corsa, but take a look at this Audi. Now, that is either a 100 or an 80, and I will get the answer to that in a minute. But I absolutely love old Audis. There are not enough of these left at all. People save old BMWs. I mean, that's on an M reg, isn't it? So 1973, I think. You know, you see the odd 70s Beamer or Merc, but, well, you see quite a few 70s Mercs, but never Audis. And look, that's got a soft roof. let's go and have a proper look at that. I'll just climb over all of this. I like that quad bike though, that'd be cool to ride around the farm. Okay, so is it open? Yes. Oh, I love the interior of these as well. It smells like hospital in here. I actually quite like that smell, but only because I go in a lot of abandoned hospitals. But yeah, look, automatic. I think I need to come back here at some point and ask this man how much money he wants for this car. Look at that. Now, I believe is that a Webasto roof? I only know about these on Citroens, but that is going to be one hell of an expensive repair, isn't it? There's some crutches in there. Yeah, I really like that. Shame, I think that steering wheel's, yeah, that's split a little bit as well, but that is a beautiful car that I really feel is on the brink. Watch this space, YouTube. I might be buying myself an Audi 80. What a lovely car. In fact, those look a bit Volkswagen-ish to me. It doesn't. It's got little bits of rot here and there, hasn't it? Got a couple of minis there. I'm not going to spend too much time looking around those because there are some more exciting things around the corner. But for now, my gimbal is getting low on battery and we need to make a move around the corner to see what else is around there. So let's take a walk. Now, straight ahead of me, you can see a Bedford Transit on the back of that truck. That is dead. That van was too far gone when it was bought by him, and it's never going to see the road again, unfortunately. But there is, what's... Now, I forget what this is. Is that the Chevette? A Chevan? Something like that. And whatever it is, it's a rare kind of Vauxhall. If you know, or it isn't a Vauxhall, if you do know, please put a comment below and say what that is. I'll have a look in there. Yeah, see, it's missing the steering wheel badge, which isn't helping me figure out what it was. Ah, is that the reg of it? Bedford? No, that wouldn't be the reg of it, because that's a much older reg than what that car is. But Bedford, so that's, yeah, a shame, because that's really rotten out now, and really rare because it's got a sliding door. But yeah, it's just spent a bit too long under a tree, in a hedge, wherever it's been. It's not going to survive. Do you know, I feel that's a really stupid thing to do, to try and open that, because it might just all fall to bits. We can't really... No, we can't really see in there. And look over here. Oh, that's not fair, is it? That's a Vauxhall Velox. I am in love with the Cresta Velox. They're both roughly the same car, aren't they? And there's just one sitting here. Now, he tells me, in relation to this car, this was all rubbed down, ready to be painted, again by his son, and it's just been left here. So at some point, I'm going to come back here and I'm going to try and buy it off him again. But yeah, this, it's getting rather crusty now, but he says he's got all the panels for it. Shall we see if we can have a look in the engine bay? Again, I'm not going to do anything that risks damaging it, so if I feel like it's not going to go, I'm not going to force it. No, I've got it. Yeah, definitely needs a fair bit of work on that. It's quite a nice engine though, isn't it, that straight six? But yeah, definitely looking a little bit on the crusty side. I absolutely love these cars and I want one, and I'm going to be a very... let's get that back down. Yeah, every time you shut it, more bits just fall off. I'm going to be very upset if I never end up owning one. I love that, just these little things on the door. That would look so nice all polished up. But I know on cars like this, these in particular, the seals here are basically impossible to get. You have to get them made. They cost a fortune. All of the parts for them, you know, they're quite difficult. But doesn't the inside look nice as well? I'd like to. I don't want to do anything to. No, the seats will hold it. He said, you know, a few years ago that this was actually running and driving, so hopefully it will continue and run and drive at some point again. But these cars are so 1950s looking, aren't they? The red and white. I think one day when I get mine, I'll have that mine in red and white. That looks like it's been re-trimmed. That's in really good condition. What does that say there? Hydromatic. Well, it's grease lightning. Yeah, it's column shift, as old classic cars should be. Oh, beautiful thing. And if you look here, this is a rather annoying thing about these. These windscreens stick out so far that whenever you get in them, you have to be careful because you will smash the corners of your knees in here. And you'll always be hitting your funny bone. But yeah, that was at a time when England was going a little bit American. Obviously, that's very American styling, isn't it? But it's still not quite the same massive size as like a Chevy Bel Air or whatever. But you've got the white wall tyres and all the chrome embellishments. And yeah, very, very 50s looking thing. It's rotten here, but it doesn't matter because he's got a garage full of bits for it. And in here, oh, he locked it. Okay, he actually has another Cresta in there and an Isetta bubble car, but he's locked it and I don't want to go and hassle him. So unfortunately, I did though get a couple of pictures, so I will just put a couple of pictures now of what they look like while I walk over to this part of the barn. Just have a look in this door because he's got in here a paint shop, and there is a tractor in there that at some point we'll be getting some more work done on it, I imagine. But yeah, that's not everything. But we're not done yet. There are some really cool things in here, so let's go and take a look in there here. They're just in this barn and there's a load of stuff in front of them. They all came out last year though, so it is possible to get them out. But have a look at these. Aren't those lovely? Now, I am not a truck man, but even I appreciate the beauty of that. These are gorgeous. Now, his dad had trucks and cars like these, a lot of the cars that he has here, and he's just done his best to recreate them as to how he remembered them from when he was younger, which I think is such a lovely thing to do. So I'm told that you would buy these in primer. So you would have the car made to your specification, or the van. The insides would be left grey, which this one is, because you wouldn't have had that painted. But look at that. Oh, he's even got old cigarettes and things in there. Lovely. And a gun on the seat. I love that. This is such a clean thing. Really taking his time to restore this as well. And the paint job, I've got to say, I feel terrible shutting these old things. The paint job's been done on it really well. The blue and black, it's a bit like a Bugatti, isn't it? Like, the rest of the letters aren't quite the same, but yeah, definitely definitely a Bugatti-ish looking paint job. Now this next to us is a Vauxhall Chevan, which is obviously a van-based Chevette. Very, very rare, these cars. Do not see, well, I don't think there are many left at all. Probably about 10. And oh, it's sorry, my mistake, a Bedford Chevan, yeah. When did you ever see that, Chevan? Let's have a look inside. Oh, it smells really strongly of paint in here. Lovely. look at the cloth as well that they've used for the seats. That's really nice fabric. I love that. Headlining's all been done. The thing is with these, I know they're in here and they're slightly stuck, but they're dry. It's not damp in here. You know, there aren't spiders everywhere. It's just as if it's garaged and it's waiting to go out again. These are not cars that we're going to have to think, oh, someone's going to have to come along and recommission that. They've all been done. Well, we do have to shut the doors properly. Yeah, they've all been done nicely as well. He's done such a good job on this. That really is some work to be proud of, that. Now, again, another truck here that was from his childhood. So, I don't know about this one because I'll have to look on the front. There's no surprise, obviously, that it's a Bedford. What's it from? It's on a D reg. Yeah, lovely. Now, I don't know if I can get in there, actually. There's some things in the way, but obviously because I've been given permission, I don't want to go pulling everything around. Oh no, you can't get in. Oh, look. You could eat your dinner off that. That is so nice. I've got to have a chat to him, find out where he gets all this interior trim from. That is really good condition. I've just spotted that the bonnet is open on this, so if I can get in there, I will. Yes, hang on. Ah. Okay. As I expected. Absolutely perfect in there. And I love those blue HT leads as well. That's making me immediately want to go out and buy a set of those for my blue car. What a lovely thing. I think this is one of my favourite cars here, just for how rare it is and how much love has gone into restoring that. That's really lovely to see. Right, let's go out and take a look at some more. Okay, and the last few things that I hear are these tractors. Now, again, painted the same blue and white colour scheme, but these are tractors that are owned by, or were owned by, this guy's dad. Now, he is now 72, and obviously I would make the assumption his dad is no longer with us, but isn't that lovely that you've kept your dad's machinery that he bought all of those years ago? I absolutely love that. I think that's such a nice thing to do. And the same story with these. I think this is an amazing collection. I really do. Look, he's got the front of a Bedford here. Just bits waiting to go back together. And he slowly still rebuilds some of these things. Not everything will make it out, but a lot of the big machinery will. That's a cool motorbike as well. Right, okay, let's head back out. Okay everyone, that is it for today. If you have enjoyed this video, please make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel for more. I'll be back next week with another video. What a cool find. Right, take care, see you later. Goodbye, farewell, salut.